Hey, curl friends. I'm not sure if you guys are here. I was having the worst of technical difficulties just a while ago. So I'm just gonna mic up and see who else might come in. Not sure. Um, I'm gonna wait for a bit and see who comes on. I don't think I'm gonna save this curl chat, or maybe I will. We'll see. If you're in here, definitely let me know in the comment box or the chat box rather. If you're in here. If you're not, oh, there's two people. Hey, I thought I would join the chat in writing as well as in person. Yeah, so I just got off of a really fantastic live. I'm not sure if you would have seen that. I don't know who's here right now, but basically we were responding to Canon Escree's question on Instagram, and it was, I'd like to see tips for best hairstyles for thin curly hair. Shorter, longer, best ways to style, best products to use. So Sierra Scott, why not save it? Hey, Auntie Julie. Yeah, I did save, save this one. Yeah, I mean, why not? Maybe I will. I have a fresh video that's, hi Jazzy. The video that we were chatting about this topic in on Instagram, and it was meant to kind of be at the same time, but of course issues got in the way, but that's fine. So let's just jump on into this. Since there's a few of us here, it probably makes the best sense to just jump on into it. So again, for those of you who might not have heard, there was a requested video on Financial Hair Rocks on the Instagram channel, and it was from Canon Escree, and she said, I'd like to see tips for best hairstyles for thin curly hair, shorter, longer, best way to style, best products to use. So I would say if you have thin curly hair, you really want to be wearing hairstyles that give you the opportunity to use your curls to kind of mask some of the thinness, mask some of the fineness. So right now I'm actually rocking a twist out, and I've got it all pulled back to the back because it's just easier like this, and also because it keeps my curls off of my shoulder, which will pull moisture from my hair. So that's the reason why I would definitely suggest to wear hairstyles like that. You really want to assess like what your purpose is for rocking certain hairstyles. For rocking certain hairstyles. So for example, if you're trying to grow out your hair, you want longer hair, the best thing that you want to do is maybe low manipulation styles or protective styles. You probably want to stay away from, if you've got thinning or fine hair, you want to stay away from braids and extensions, heavy weaves. You can get away with wigs depending on how you put it in your hair. So if you're wearing wigs, you want to be moving your clips or your hairpins around quite often. So my favorite that I've used to grow out my hair quite a bit is half wigs. And the half wig usually sits right here. And then this is either in a braid, which my niece has recently told me is very ugly, but it works. It works to continue allowing your hair to continue growing and flourishing and all those kinds of things. So the half wig goes here, and then by having the half wig there and using your real hair over here, you allow your entire hairline to grow in without breaking off. So that's one of the techniques if you're trying to grow your hair. If you're not trying to grow your hair out and you're just looking for styles for your curls, I would say to either rock like a nice short afro or curly fro kind of, because that is going to give the illusion that you have a lot more thickness to your hair than if you were to straighten it out or if you were to grow it out long. If you are wearing your hair a bit longer, you might want to look for like a curly cut that optimizes the look of thickness. So a salon should be able to do that for you really, really well. I would think that like a style like that is probably something somewhere in the middle of a blunt cut to kind of like a pixie or like shape cut, somewhere in between. Because a blunt cut is not necessarily the nicest for curls, but a pixie cut isn't going to really, it could, I guess, depending on how short it is. The pixie cut with your curls can really make it look a lot thicker than it actually is. So that's kind of like my response to like, shorter and longer hairstyles. As a long-haired, fine, natural curly, I would say you want to do styles that, use your curls. So you could do braid outs, you could do twist outs, you can do bantu knot outs. There are so many ways. And like frizz is your friend. Like frizz is actually your very best friend because frizz is going to make your hair look thicker than it actually is. So as a thinning fine natural, your goal is always to make your hair look as thick as possible. Always. And your curls do that for you. So that's one of the benefits of having fine hair as a curly girl. I think it's a benefit to you as a curly girl as opposed to as somebody with straight hair because there really is no way to impart texture onto fine strands if the texture is not in the fine strands. Unfortunately, fine hair doesn't hold curl. Let's see what's happening, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can. Hello, are we still here? Are you guys hearing me? I'm not sure. I know that we lost some connection there for a bit. I think it looks fine on my end. If you guys could let me know if you're still hearing me, then I might have to do this. But I guess I'll just continue. Oh, okay, perfect. Oh, hey, pretty rowdy one. Thank you for coming over here as well. That's really sweet of you. So yeah, so you really want to make sure that your curls, your curly styles are taking advantage of the frizz and they're taking advantage of like, the fullness. That's really going to help you with thinning hair. So wearing curly styles. If you want to wear a style that is more straighter. So say, for example, you are going for a sleeker look, you want straight strands. There are two different methods that you can use to achieve that. So the first method that you can use to achieve that is to blow out your strands and then only flat iron like an inch away from your strands. So you kind of take advantage of the blown out roots, which will give the illusion of thickness, and it will allow your straightened ends to kind of come out and stand away from your face, thereby giving you a little bit more movement in between your tresses. The other option, which I really like and I lean more towards, is using a blowout on your entire hair. So recently I had a silk press. A silk press is the enemy of thin, fine hair. A silk press will really kind of illuminate even further that you've got thin, fine hair. So if you want to kind of avoid that, your best bet is to do a blowout, or like I was saying before, a blowout on your roots and then silk press on your ends. So that's an option for that. So we've gone through some really great styles for curly hair, both short, both long, and we've also kind of, delved into like, what do we do if you want like sleek styles on fine natural hair? The next piece that our lovely curl friend, Ken and Eskree, wanted to know was the best products. So I know a couple of you guys were here yesterday. Thank you so much for coming back. Yesterday's video was the LCO versus LOC method, which one is best for your particular type of fine natural hair. So we did mention quite a few topics related, or we did mention quite a few products that are best for fine natural hair. And I won't go over those ones again, but there are some new suggestions that I have. Pretty Brownie one, I saw your post of the Rivera. Your hair looked great. Thank you, beauty. Yeah, that is a really good product if you're trying to get a sleek look on your fine natural strands. I think that it straightens it enough that it's straight enough to me be a straight style, a sleek style. And it's also healthy enough that it's not going to break off or cause heat damage to your strands. The only drawback, of course, is the price. The price is a very steep price on the wallet, especially given, the circumstances that we find ourselves in right now with our society. But I mean, if you can get into a salon that has the Rivera, or if you can, cough up the coin to do that, I think it's a great investment. Hey, Kamira Jules, how's it going? We got a party up in here of Curlfriends. Thanks, guys. So to respond to the last point of the requested video by Ken and Eskree, products that we didn't necessarily talk about in too much detail yesterday. So if you're a fine natural with thinning hair trying to build a regimen from scratch, I would say to start with Oyin handmade products. So I've got them over here to show you guys. A moisturizing shampoo is going to be something that you need to start using on a regular basis, especially if you never had a regimen before. Because if you never had a regimen before, I would assume that your hair is probably crying for moisture. And Oyin Handmade is fantastic with imparting moisture into their products and imparting moisture into their lightweight products. And lightweight is key because with fine hair or even thinning hair, you need lightweight products so that the product isn't going to further damage your very fragile tresses. So I speak very interchangeably between fine and thin hair. It is not the same thing, but it does have similar techniques, similar growth techniques, and similar ways of dealing with it to optimize the health of your strands. So yeah, this is the honey wash right here. And this is from Oyin Handmade, of course. And I'm not paid by Oyin Handmade, although I should be at this point because I keep on bigging them up. But they really do deserve all of the shine that they get and all of the shine that I try to give them on this channel because it's a fantastic company. So this is the Honey Wash Hydrating Shampoo. This would be your first step in building your regimen with lightweight products. Following your shampoo, your next step would be the Oyin Handmade Honey Hemp. And this is a great detangling moisturizing conditioner. Some have even used this as a deep conditioner on their strands. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say to use it as that, but I do think it provides fantastic slip. And I do believe that it's lightweight enough to not break off your fragile, fine, or thinning natural hair. So this is a really, really great opportunity to impart good ingredients on your hair without, weighing it down, right? So after you've done all of that, if you haven't been deep conditioning your hair, but you want to start deep conditioning your hair, a good entry-level product that you get a pretty good bang for your buck, pretty decent ingredients for the most part, and a brand that I've personally absolutely loved, but I'm now moving forward from, is the Tijin Honey Miracle Hair Mask. So this hair mask is absolutely fantastic. The first three ingredients are water, raw honey, and olive fruit oil. The reason why I would say to start with this is because it's actually really fantastic at imparting a lot of moisture into your hair, and you really can't go wrong with it. The reason why I've stopped using it is because it actually has dimethicone as the last product, which is a silicone. So for those of you who don't know what silicones are basically a synthetic product or synthetic ingredient that can build up over time on your strands. Studies have shown that this particular ingredient, so dimethicones, there are various different types of silicones, but silicones for the most part don't easily come off of the strands. And so that's the reason why a lot of naturals, a lot of curly girls avoid using silicones on their hair. There is also some research to suggest that silicones can be removed from your hair, that they're water soluble, but I've just found other deep conditioners that can do the same thing without the silicone. And so that's the reason why I'm moving on from this one once this jar is done. But this is still a fantastic product. Like this retails for, I think usually I would suggest buying it on sale. But regular price is like $23.99, $24.99. And then when it's on sale, it usually goes down to like $18.99. So buy it on sale. And that's Canadian prices, of course. If you're in the States, it's a lot cheaper, a lot. So after the Tijin Honey Miracle Hair Mask, you wash your hair out, you do a cool rinse, and then you're ready for your leave-in. Your leave-in would be the Oyin Handmade Hairdo. This is a really great moisture-rich product that you can use on the daily, and I do use it on the daily, and it's just fantastic, you guys. Sorry. So you can apply it to dry, damp, or wet hair to provide a moisture boost. So this is a really great product as well too, that will really help you if you're developing your regimen for the first time. Then, if the week is going on and you just want to impart further moisture on your hair, you want to re-moisturize your hair, it feels dry throughout the week, you can go in with this Oyin Handmade Greg Juice Hair Tonic. This is really, really good for, it's like a water spray, but like a nutrient-rich, vitamin-rich, nourishing hair tonic that's going to really allow your hair to be in a place, where you can continue to just that baseline. So that baseline of water, and then you put your products on top. So if you don't have time for all of that, we don't always have time for all of that. If you want to just do something to get your hair clean, but not necessarily in perfect condition, like it's not going to stay like this for the rest of the week, but you just need something to give you a couple more days after wash day, then you could do a co-wash. And I know they're canceled. I know people are like, I ain't trying to hear about this brand ever again, but it helped me. This is the Diva Curl No Poo Decadence line. So this one's their Zero Lather Ultra Moisturizing Milk Conditioner, Cleanser rather, and then this one is their Milk Conditioner. I still kind of ride for these because I haven't had any issues with these two products. I really haven't had any issues with it, you guys. Mind you, I also haven't been using these products on the regular back-to-back on a daily basis either. So yeah, I would say proceed at your own risk, proceed with caution. A lot of people have said that their hair fell out. I don't know how a conditioner makes your hair fall out, but it's happened. They've said that their curl patterns were changed. Diva Curl's aware of the issue and they're currently doing what they can to remedy their reputation. But for the most part, I don't know. I've got a little bit left in these bottles. I don't use it often. Really, I only use it if I can't get a full wash day in, and they usually do the trick for me. Will I be purchasing them again? Probably not. I don't like the idea of hair loss. So I don't think other people like the idea of hair loss either. So yeah, they're gonna have to do a little bit more work to bring me back as a customer, because yeah. Similar to Pretty Bounty, she says, I used to like Diva brand. I just didn't care for the smell. Yeah, the smell, I mean, you know what? It's been so long that I've opened this. I don't even know what this smells like anymore. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like a chemically, perfumey, flowery type of scent. Like, it doesn't smell natural at all. I know that much. And they do have a lot of product ingredients in there that you can't necessarily pronounce, but it's in there nonetheless. Lots of synthetic ingredients. So I won't be purchasing it again. I will finish that product, but not repurchasing it. But you don't have to use that. So you could use any conditioner to do a co-wash, but what I would say is use a cleansing conditioner. So make sure that whatever conditioner you're using to do a co-wash is a cleansing conditioner and not just any conditioner, because any conditioner is going to do what a conditioner should do, which is to condition your strands after you shampoo. But a cleansing conditioner is actually going to have some properties in there that will cleanse your strands too. So you really want to make sure that whatever conditioner you're using to do a co-wash can actually cleanse your strands. For a brand that's so expensive, you would think they would have better ingredients. Yes, Pretty Brownie one, you hit it on the nail. You totally hit it on the nail. I agree with you. Like, these products are very expensive. So this conditioner, I think in Canada, this retails for like $18, $19 sometimes for this little bottle. And the same for this. They've got a deep conditioner that retails for like $50. And when you look at the ingredients, so I'll tell you some of the ingredients on this one. The first three ingredients on their ultra moisturizing milk conditioner is water, cetearyl alcohol, and benzhydronium chloride. These are not expensive ingredients, you guys. Like, water is free and plentiful for the entire world. Cetearyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol that's found in most products. And benzhydronium chloride, I think that's a preservative. So none of these, like, those are the first three ingredients. The reason why it's important that you know what the first three ingredients are is that the majority of the product is made up by those three ingredients. So you really want to make sure that whatever products are making, or whatever ingredients rather, are making up those three main products, those ingredients are actually good ingredients. Sorry, guys, my husband's being silly in the background. But yeah, it's a no for me too with the Diva Curl products. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for your patience today. I don't know what was up with my connection. There was issues, and then it wasn't going live. Like, I don't know, just a crazy day on YouTube's end. How have you guys been? How have you been keeping with everything that has been going on lately? I hope you've been taking care of yourself. I hope, what is today? Day 4 of the, or day 3 rather. Today's day 3 of the work from home stipulation in most countries. For me, it was, I got outside. So that was good. I made sure to stay away from people though. 6 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet distance. One man was like running behind me and he ran like really, really close to me. And I was really annoyed by it because I was like, give people space. Like, space means space. Like, we don't need to be close to each other right now. I don't want your germs, and I'm pretty sure you don't want mine either. So, yeah, but that was kind of weird. But other than that, like just staying in, getting fresh air. Is your company forcing you to work from home? Yes. So my company has stipulated that we all work from home. For me, it's been a little bit difficult because the type of work that I do is very client focused, client facing, and it's really relies on interpersonal relationships and building those relationships so that, you know, further issues don't continue to arise. So I'm not able to do that, unfortunately. So now it's been a little bit of a transition, so to speak, of moving from talking to people face to face on the daily and having these conversations that build interpersonal relationships to, policy making. So part of the portfolio is policy making. Jazzy, I'm okay. I stay in the house most of the time anyways. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. So when we were talking on Instagram, a couple of Curlfriends were in there and we were just discussing, now's a good time to look on the bright side. Like, I'm sure there's deep cleaning to be done. I'm sure there's organizing in the house to be done. I'm sure there's a hobby or a language or some kind of a to-do that was, kind of lurking in the brain, and there was just never an opportunity to do it because you're always busy with your daily. Now's a good time to do it. Like, the daily is on pause for a bit. It will come back, but books to be read. Yes. Yes. How could I forget books to be read? I love reading, you guys. Yeah, books to be read. There's so many things. I mean, the library is closed right now, but I believe they still have, if you're country or state is anything like my country and province, you guys might have something called Overdrive. And Overdrive allows you to take out books online. Like, you can read things on your e-reader, you can read it on your laptop. I mean, there's tons of new videos right here on Financial Hair Rocks. Just saying, shameless plug. But no, in all honesty, like, there's a lot of things to do. I think this really forces us to kind of get back to basics. And in some ways, like, it's kind of good. Like, I like to look for the silver lining in things. The silver lining here is that the world has an opportunity to kind of really boil back to what's most important. And on top of that, our environment is really, really doing well right now. Like, I think I saw like a channel of water in Venice, Italy, that's usually like completely polluted and just absolutely disgusting. And literally, like, the water is running clear now. Like, the water is actually running clear now. They said that in China, the air quality has increased by 22% as compared to this time last year. So, I mean, the world is getting an opportunity to breathe again. Maybe the ozone layer, who knows how much benefit this has had. Like, one day of reduced productions can do so much for the world. So imagine 3 weeks. Like, I just keep my mind on that. Like, we can sacrifice a little bit to ensure a better tomorrow for the future generation. Like, we can, and we are going to, and we have to do it regardless anyways. So might as well not complain. Just enjoy it. Do what you can. Work where you can. Governments are stepping in all over the place to mitigate some of the damages. I know mortgage payments are getting deferred. Tax cuts here in Canada. Sorry, not tax cuts. Tax deadlines here in Canada. It's just recently been announced that, we had to file our taxes by April 30th. That day has been pushed to June 1st. So yeah, it's fine, you guys. Like, we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna get through this stronger. Pretty Brownie one, ebooks. Took me a while to get used to ebooks. Yeah, I mean, there's something nice about flipping the page, right? But if the book is good enough, I'll do it. Speaking of ebooks, another shameless plug, there's an ebook available from Financial Hair Rocks. I haven't really been posting much about it. I'm going to get it back out there. It's for a very nominal price. It's only, I think I had it up for like $5 or $10 or something like that. But I think I will repost it, relaunch it for a decent price, if not for free, for some of my most favorite curl friends, which is all of you guys in here. But yeah, guys, like, there's things to be done. Pretty Brownie one. My daily goal is to find something that makes me laugh every day. Yes, that's so healthy. That's so beautiful. Like, that's what you need to be doing. Like, focus on the positivity. Like, it's an opportunity to reconnect with the family. Um, I've been happy to be home with my quarantine buddy, my husband. Like, it's fine. I mean, for those people who are in like bad situations, bad living situations, my heart does go out to them. Not everybody has a kind, caring, you know, home to be a part of. And for those people, my heart really goes out to them. And you know, for anybody else who's, you know, disproportionately feeling the impacts of this, who's gotten sick or worst case scenario has died, you know, just stay strong and, you know, continue praying because we're going to come out of this stronger than ever before. But because of all of the, you know, doom and gloom and, you know, the constant coverage of this situation, I think a little bit of positivity is necessary. And Kamira from yesterday, she's been really telling me how much she wants to see more of my old channel. So what I've decided to do, since that channel is largely inactive, is to use some of those videos to show you some of the more relevant stuff as Throwback Thursday. So Throwback Thursday's video for tomorrow is very timely, entitled The Power of Positive Thinking. And that video I created back in, I want to say 2011 or no, 2010, 2000, maybe even 2009, back when I was in first year law school, when that was a dire situation for me. Like, law school ain't no joke. Like, law school is madness. Like, literally, if you like education, which I do, that's education on crack. So, yeah, it was a time in my life where I really wanted to focus on something more creative, more fun, and so that's how that video, "The Power of Positive Thinking," came to life. And so right now, I think all of us can do with a little bit more positive thinking. And so for tomorrow's video, right here on Find Natural Hair Rocks, that video will be launching the how to be more positive, the power of positive thinking. So you guys, it's been a blast. Again, I want to thank you so much for supporting Find Natural Hair Rocks. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe just now so that you never miss a video from my channel. And also, if you could give this video a huge thumbs up, that would really help the channel as well too, because it is my goal to kind of see us continue to you know, expand and get bigger and grow together as a curl community. Really love you guys a lot for everything that you've done for Find Natural Hair Rocks thus far. And yeah, Pretty Brownie can't wait to see it. Jazzy, you're welcome, and I will see you later. Yes, there'll be a watch party to match as well too. So that video is dropping tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a little bit earlier. So yeah, love you guys enough. This video will be available on the replay. See you tomorrow. Mwah.